Back with another quick video. This time I'm looking at a Nitecore EDC23. They sent this in for review, so I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible, but also covering as much information as I can. Essentially, this is a mini version of the EDC29, but I'll quickly show you some of the included items that you get with the bundle. There's your warranty card and user manual, Type A to Type C charging cable, and you get quite a nice quality paracord wrist strap. This also has a latch on the end so you can clip it onto things. As you can see with the dimensions on screen, this is quite a bit smaller than the previous wedge style models that Nitecore have released. We still have the two-stage dual switches. It's very much like the 29 model with the switch feedback. In other words, it has more resistance. We also have that locking switch, which I'm glad to see back again. Do like that design. Clip can be unscrewed if you want to, and the body is made of that stainless steel material. There's your Type C charging port. In case you're wondering, you can use A to C and C to C charging. You can also power it and charge it at the same time. I think most people are going to like this smaller design. It definitely is even more pocket friendly. You can half press the power switch to check the battery status. There's also a function where you can change the level before you turn it on. We get some useful information such as the battery voltage. It gives you the output level and an estimated runtime. Of course, that is just a rough guess. You'll note we do have the proximity sensor there with some texture reflectors. And just to let you know, it is a glass cover on the front of that. We'll just go over the UI very quickly. Full press for on and off, and you have a memory for the last setting. Half press lets you cycle through the power levels. You can also, when it's off, pick the level that you want it to start on. You do have a momentary with an ultra low. Just half press and hold that in. The mode switch will give you your half press for turbo and a full press for strobe. We do have that proximity sensor, so if you turn it on at the 1100 lumen setting, it will drop down to 200. Lockout is pretty simple. If you want the half lock, you can just slide up the switch when you're holding down the mode button. For a full lockout, all you need to do is just push the switch up and that locks both of the buttons. There is a countdown timer when you hit the turbo. It's around about 8 seconds. That's the best you'll be able to get out of it. If you keep hitting the turbo, then that will get much longer in terms of the recovery time. When I was outside doing the beam shots, I did see when I kept hitting the turbo, it was getting slower and slower to recover. This isn't a big surprise. You have a high power output in a small body. I'm not as interested in the turbo modes on these models because they don't really last that long. It's just a quick blast of light. Generally speaking, I'd find the normal 1100 lumens to be a pretty good output at the high level. We'll just move on to the beam shots just to give you an idea of the light output. You'll notice that the tin on the Nitecore is quite a bit warmer, particularly in the middle. But I do quite like the beam profile on it. You do get some concentration in the middle, but also a fairly decent spread. Have a look through the rest of the beam shots and I'll give you a quick summary. I can see this model being quite a good seller for Nitecore because of the small footprint. Would have gone for a higher mode than the 200 lumens, maybe 400 or 500. And I have mentioned previously many times before about the built-in battery. That is something that I would like to see addressed. But I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on this, if that smaller size is going to work for you, or do you find the larger ones a better buy overall? Let me know what you think in the comment section, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.